Hi there, my name is Kendrick, and today I get to interview Jordan. So, Jordan, welcome.
Hi,
So, Jordan,
I
can
am,
you tell us your full type, please?
yes, I am INFP, Fi-Ne, consume play, sleep blast, double masculine.
All right. And then when you got your typing results back, what did you think and how did you feel?
When I got my typing results back, I wasn't exactly that shocked since the only thing that changed was I thought I was sleep over play. So play over sleep. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense too. Like I was confused for about 5 minutes, and within those 5 minutes, I had already emailed Shan about why I was play, and then 5 minutes later, I was like, "Oh, I know why I'm play."
Because you're emailing her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then she replied, "Was like this exact email is exactly why you are play over sleep," and I was like,
right.
"That's such a good point."
Yeah. All right. Let's go over your animals. Your first animal is double activated, double feminine, NF consume. How do you
Yes.
personally experience that?
How do I personally experience that? I don't know. I feel like I kind of exist. Like I don't even know when I'm consuming because it's like so activated that I do it so much that I don't even know when I'm doing it because I'm basically doing it all the time. I'm just vibing, consuming. I don't even know what I'm consuming. Nothing's grounded because it's in a.
And it's also double feminine, so I guess that's why you don't even know
Yeah,
what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to explain it. I'm blast last. What do you mean? Explain how it presents me.
Uh,
It's a lot.
your your play is NT. Can you share a little bit of how you experience that NT play of yours?
I do know somewhat when I'm doing NT play because oftentimes I'll just be hanging out with friends and I'll want to like analyze the meaning of something, and I'm like that's like kind of NT. Or like when someone uses a particular word that I'm not 100% sure on the definition, I then want to like NT play it out, analyze with them like what do they interpret it this word as, and then what do I interpret this word as, and then just like I find that really fun.
And the next animal is sleep, SF sleep. It's a demon.
Yes.
Third, you said that you thought you had as a savior, but turns out it's like a mini demon, not like a big demon, but like a minor one. How do you personally experience that SIFI sleep of yours?
Um, I don't know. I guess it's just like knowing what I like. And sometimes I'll just be like outside in nature and I'll be like, oh, the clouds are so pretty. Just like enjoying sensory things with my FI, or look at the flowers and be like, ah, they're pretty. I like them. Just like I guess it's kind of similar to my NF consume because it feels also just like I'm existing there and not really doing anything. Just kind of vibing, existing. My FI's liking things.
Uh, your SI is masculine though. So do you see yourself having like a routine when it comes to like taking care of your health, like either exercise, eating well, like mental health related or um sleeping, like the actual sleep?
The actual sleep. I used to be really bad at actual sleep, but I'm trying to get actual sleep. And I am very consistent about working out. So I didn't know that that was SF sleep, but I guess it is. So I do have a lot of consistency there. And if like my masculine sleep, if I don't manage to work out for like 2 days in a row, I'm like, no, I have to. It's like something I have to do, even though it's just like I guess technically I don't have to, but my masculine sensory tells me I have to.
Is it because you're double masculine and you're like very kinesthetic that like you have to work out, like you have to move your body and stuff?
Well, that too. If I don't move my body, I just like in general I get antsy and I'll like randomly start running laps around the house for like no reason. Just like I need to move somehow.
Your second sexual modality is audio. Do you have a good ear for music and stuff, or do you learn well
Yeah.
like hearing?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure how much of it was the audio modality and how much of it is the fact that my entire family is just musical. My dad's a musician and my mom plays instruments and also sings. So it's just like growing up in a musical household on top of having the audio modality stack in, just like I have quite an ear for like that kind of thing. And sometimes when I'm like say like me and my friends are going on an elevator, like the elevator will ding, and then I just have to sing the exact note that it just played, just like for
Right.
no reason, but it's like this urge inside of me
Right.
to
Uh,
copy the noises.
do you play instruments too and stuff?
Yeah, I do. I play violin and I also sing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's go over your last animal. It's double masculine, ST blast last. It's like if something has to be double masculine, it's the last animal. Um,
Yeah.
Usually when people have their last animal as double masculine, they have some use of it. Like I'm talking to you right now, and you're actually pretty well spoken. Like you're clear, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though you're NF as hell, like even though you're NF as hell, you're still well spoken. Because you're very hippie-ish for sure. Um, can you talk about like yeah your double masculine ST blast and how when does it come out and how when do you use it?
Um, Most of the time, I mean, I was never told that I speak well, so thank you for the compliment, I guess. Um, but also like it will definitely come out in like my demon swings of like I don't know if something about the tribe is just like really getting on my nerves, and usually it also has something to do with like sensory control. Like there's like too much chaos even for an any user that I'll just like randomly get mad at people. But like I don't really yell at people. I'll just be like, I don't know. I don't know even know what I do. I just I just feel very disgruntled inside. And I feel like I have some sort of raging monster inside of me that almost never comes out. But I guess that's the double masculine blast that I am almost never using.
I think the most obvious thing about you is your feminine FI. Um, you live in feminine FI land. What's going on there for you? Like, how do you experience that? Like, you know, like can you share what it's like to be like a day in your life? You know?
A day in my life.
Yeah.
A day in my life is just vibing. Okay, like first thing in the morning, I am like completely in F mode. Like I feel like throughout the day I activate like more of my demons. So like now is probably when I'm gonna be most talkative. So it's a good time for the interview. So that like first thing in the morning I wake up and I'm like completely FI and I'm like just kind of vibing in my bed, not even aware that I even exist in my bed. I'm just like, so peaceful. And then like I don't know, throughout my day I just like I randomly get happy or like feel really peaceful, just like for no apparent reason. And I feel like I have no control over it. And maybe that's because it's like feminine and just like I feel like I don't have a lot of control over like my emotions. Like if I'm sad, I'm gonna get sad and I can't do anything about it. And so yeah.
Does your emotion come and go as fast as it arrives? Also, because it's like
Yeah. They come and go so quickly. Like for like 2 seconds, I'll be like extremely happy. And then like 2 seconds later, I could be like sobbing. And then like another 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that cute dog over there. And it's like, I thought you were just crying. It's like, why are you like excited now? It's
yeah.
like my emotions are all over the place.
That's like it's almost like FE, you know. Maybe like in the past, maybe you got mistyped with FE because your emotion comes out so easily.
Yeah, I was mistyped as a few people did think I was Effie because I express so many of my emotions.
Right. Um, can you talk about being a double observer, being balanced with like the gathering and then the organizing? You know, the NE and SI are like in the middle, so they're kind of balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they do give me some issues, even though I am a double observer, because like my NE is double activated. So like still doing the SI is like, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. I don't know. I thought I was an observer for a long time before I got tribe feedback, and they're like, no, you're a decider. And I feel like I sometimes have trouble seeing how I'm a double observer, but I can tell I'm a single decider. So obviously I'm a double observer because I'm single decided.
Right. Um, let's go to the big topic at hand now, being a decider, because we've already touched on
Being
it.
decider.
Yeah. That's like the most obvious thing about you is you're a decider.
Yes.
Like you can't hide it. Like it's impossible. Uh,
I'm already scared. Even right now, doing this interview, I'm like, oh no, like the tribe is gonna judge me. They're gonna watch this video and they're gonna be like, oh no, I did so many things wrong. I should have said things better. And like I already like am anticipating like the tribe hate. I
well,
feel like I can't properly say things. Like I can't properly articulate myself with that constant fear in the back of my head, being like, if you say this, the tribe's gonna think you're dumb. And I'm like, no, shut up. Let me say what I want to say.
yeah. Honestly, most people think about themselves, so I don't think I'm gonna judge you because they're thinking about themselves all day. So like as a double decider, I'm like the reason why I can do so many interviews and not care about getting judged is like I know no one gives a shit about me. So because at the end of the day, people only think about themselves. So I don't know. I don't know if that makes you feel better knowing that, or maybe makes you feel worse. It's like, you know,
No one's thinking about me. I'm not helpful to the
yeah,
tribe.
yeah. But anyways, let's talk about people problems. Like, so what does your people problem kind of look like?
People problems. Okay, my people problems. I feel like with my FI at the top and also being feminine, I can go from like single deciding on like the I love this person in to single deciding on the I hate this person in like in a matter of seconds. Just like, oh my gosh, you're like the best person in the world and I love hanging out with you. And then like 3 seconds later, I'd be like, I hate you, go away. Like, why are you even here? Just like in such intense swings and just like, whoa.
And then you have no control over that whatsoever, right? It just like happens automatically.
Yeah, I feel like I have zero control. Like sometimes I'll feel like I'm watching myself like lose control over like how I'm feeling, and I'm like, bro, what's happening?
Right. Has that affected your relationship with your friends and stuff?
Um, I mean, I do sometimes randomly cut out my friends and they'll be like, yo, what was that? But then like a day later, I'm already like, oh, let's be besties again. And they're just like, and I feel like I don't articulate why I randomly cut them out or why I randomly got really mad at them and wasn't talking to them. So then they're left confused and also slightly angry at me because I didn't say why I was like upset with them.
But you've still been able to hold on to long-term friendships, so it must be okay in the end, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I still have friends, so I guess I'm fine.
Yeah. Have you gotten a chance to look at your social type and know which one you are?
Um, I have looked at them. My best guess is that I'm a 3, but I'm not entirely sure.
So three would have like super demon responsibility. So is that something that like triggers you the most is being responsible?
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's hard to tell the difference between like demon responsibility and just also like being demon SI in general and not wanting to take care of the SI.
Right.
Because like I feel like a lot of the responsibility I'm expected to do is like SI related stuff in like the actual physical world, and I'm just like kind of blind to that anyway.
But your SI is masculine though, so it's kind of like you can see it easily, I guess.
I guess I see what I should do, and then I don't do it because I don't want to.
I see. Okay. And you don't want to because you're like energy dom, you're trying to preserve your energy, or is it more like I just don't feel like it, or like a both, I guess.
It's so funny. Like my parents will make fun of me all the time of me. I'll be like running around the house. I'll have a ton of energy and be like, "Oh, you should do something productive with this energy. Why don't you like clean this?" And then suddenly I'll be like, "Oh, wait, never mind. I don't have energy. Let me go into sleep real quick and pretend like I'm actually dead and have no energy." And they're just like, "What happened? You're just running all over the place."
Right.
So now it's kind of like this joke that like I have energy until you tell me to do something.
Right. Hey, are your parents pretty like chill with you doing that anyways? Like they're kind of used to it?
I mean, they are kind of used to it. My mom sometimes gets annoyed, but in general, they kind of know what to expect at this point because I've been living with them my whole life.
Right. Um, do you have siblings?
I do have siblings. I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Oh, you're like the middle.
I am the middle.
How does it make you feel being the middle child?
I like being the middle child. It's also it's also this like another running joke in my family of how I act the youngest of the family. I give youngest child vibes because like my little brother, I think he's either like a one or a two with like responsibility high. So he like takes care of like a bunch of the responsibility things while I'm just kind of vibing in energy land.
Right.
And so like I act more like a child.
Yeah. And what about your younger? Is it the younger sister? Or
Older sister, my younger brother acts like the oldest.
okay, so the youngest old the youngest acts the oldest. And then what about your older sister then?
My older sister, I my older sister just kind of exists in my brain. Like sometimes like I cannot predict her. I feel like I can't type her. I can't predict what she's gonna do. She's just kind of there and sometimes responsible, sometimes not, sometimes scatterbrained and all over the place, but sometimes wants to be super organized and it confuses me.
Do you hang out with your siblings or do you just hang out by yourself usually?
I hang out with my brother the most of all my family members.
Oh, cool. So you guys are like pals at home then.
Yeah, I think he's also FI savior somewhere. So like our FIs just kind of vibe together.
Right, right. Do you think any of your siblings are info dom or are they all energy dom and you guys are all like vibing and just like, you know,
Uh, I'm not sure, but I think we're all energy dom and just kind of vibing and never really sharing information or getting anything done. And it annoys my mom to no end. Like she'll be trying to like plan like the week or be like, we need to plan the info and get stuff done. And we're all
right.
just like vibing.
That's funny. I guess your mom is info dom then, and everyone else is like energy.
Yeah, I think she is.
Yeah, and is your dad like info or energy also vibing with you guys?
I think he's also my energy. So it's like my mom is like the one info dom and like
Oh my God.
most of the time she's okay with it, but like sometimes she'll get like so frustrated and so annoyed. She's like, all right, I've been putting up with you guys for so long, never getting anything done.
Yeah.
Just get something done already. And we're like, oh my bad.
Do
We
you guys
probably should have done that.
do you guys feel bad and just like help her out like once in a while?
We do help her out when we remember and when like we help her out, but not in the most efficient way possible. So like it'll probably take us like 3 times as long to do anything as if she just did it herself.
Oh, because you guys are like chilling in between then.
Yeah. It's like we're not fully focusing on the task.
Yeah. Um, how are you in school then? Like being your specific type and stuff.
Well, I was actually homeschooled up until this year when I started going to university. So it's kind of been like a bit of a shift being like homeschooled my whole life and then now being in class.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I do pretty well in school because my NF consume just kind of consumes anything you put in front of me. So
right,
like I'll just sit in class and be like, I guess I'm learning this, and I'll just somehow learn it without even trying to.
right. Yeah, it's tricky with you guys, the INFPs. Like you guys are super smart, but then you come across as aloof. So people think you don't know what you're talking about, but you actually do. It's such a it's so trippy, you know?
Yeah.
Um, all right, that's cool. Um, you have extrovert thinking at the bottom. So is there like a part of you that seeks out connections through work with people? Because TE is work essentially, right? So there's like a part of you that is like, oh, I wish I could be part of like a team and we're working together. There's like a lot of teamwork and stuff. Or is that something that like, you don't care about and you just want to vibe and relax?
I I'd rather just vibe and relax. If we get something done, great. But honestly, the vibes are way more important than getting anything done.
Right.
I mean, sometimes like me and my friends at university will just like hang out in the study room. We'll all have like our homework and computers all set up, but like majority of the time we're not doing anything. We're just there for vibes.
What is like what are you doing when you're vibing? Are you just like sitting there and like feeling out
A
the
lot of the
energy of the
time,
universe?
yeah, just that too. But a lot of the time I'll put on like music and just kind of like listen to the music and we'll all just like do this together to the beat. Like me and my whole friend group
Yeah.
just like, right into the music. Yeah. And like we won't even say anything. We'll just look at each other and then randomly all start going like this.
So you're just letting the music kind of like sweep you away and like let you take to whatever direction that
Yeah.
feels like. And then it's like even better when there's like people around because then you guys can get swept together, and just like
Yeah.
really okay, I see. I see. I'm definitely not doing any of that because I'm info dumb. I get it. I get it because I've like maybe done it a few times in my life, but like I'm an ENFP, so we're not too far. We're kind of like cousin types, except like
Yeah.
I don't have the big people problem like you do. So yeah. Um, all right. Um, so do you as your specific type, do you have any like long-term goal or aspirations in your life? Or you just want to be happy and relax and that's good enough?
I do kind of have some long-term goals, but not really. This is yet another thing that my mom makes fun of me for is how literally every day I'll come to her with this new grand plan for the future of where I want my career to go, and it could be completely not related to the last one. Like I'll be like, I want to go to physical therapy and like help people with that, and then like the next day I'll be like, I want to be a professional musician. And it's like, what happened to that? And it's like, and then the next day I'll be like, oh, I want to pursue like something totally different, and it's
Right.
like but like currently, at school. I'm studying psychology and dance, and not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with it. But I kind of like the idea of being like a dance teacher, or I don't know about therapists. I don't know how helpful I am to people. So I just kind of like the topic of psychology. So I'm there for vibes.
I see. You're there to learn for yourself. It's not for like utility for later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the dance thing makes sense because the dancing is about the vibe, right? So that makes perfect sense. Plus, you're like kinesthetic and audio, so that's like perfect because you can move your
Yeah.
body to the music, right? Uh,
Yeah.
do you dance like really aggressively, kind of like those videos I've seen of like Michael Jackson or or like Stallone and stuff, or
Actually, no. I've been doing ballet since I was 4 years old. So it's like I'm double masculine. And like part of me wants to do like the aggressive like dancing, but like I was never trained that way. I was trained to do like the double feminine,
yeah,
pretty
right,
like moves.
yeah,
I remember for the longest time in classes, the teachers would have to work on on like my arms to make them like more elegant and flowy. They're always like, your arms are too stiff and choppy, and it's like, no.
See, you gotta do like hip hop or something, right? To have those like aggressive dance,
Yeah.
or like go to a mosh pit or something and like smash people.
I did recently take like this introductory to like a bunch of different types of martial arts, and I thought those were like great. I loved like throwing people and punching people and kicking people. And I was just like, this is so fun. I love being aggressive.
Yeah. And what does it feel like when you get all this like pent up aggression out, like true in the true physicality?
I don't know. It leaves like I'm already some like pretty energetic most of the time, but then like after I get out like a lot of physicality, I become even freer and I feel like even more energetic. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy because you're like feminine FI is the boss, right? So you come across as like very like feminine, but like there's like this like Hulk masculine destroyer inside of you, right? That like
Yeah.
maybe most people don't see coming, you know? Because it's like in the back end, it's like your fourth animal, the SD blast, right? So
Yeah, like I look all cute and feminine, but also secretly I really want to kick you right now.
yeah, yeah. And you probably can because you have you're double masculine, you know. Um, do you go to the gym and like lift weights and stuff?
I do. I recently started, and that also made the double masculine inside of me really happy.
Do you get like do you find yourself getting fit really fast too? Because like of the double masculine, because like double masculines get really fit really quickly.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
I don't
usually.
know. I mean, I've always been pretty fit since I've been like dancing my whole life,
Right.
but like I don't know.
Don't worry about it. So you're an INFP, so you're like an IP, right? So usually IPs go in either one of these camps. So let me know which one. I mean, I have a guess which one you are, and I'm pretty sure you're that camp, but like I want to hear from you. So usually IPs either they want to be significant, um, and they want it through either competition by being the best or by being different. So which one, which camp are you in? Or do you not care at all?
I'm in the I'm here for vibes camp.
Okay, so you're in option number three. Don't care about competition or being different.
No, I
Just
care
vibe.
so much about being different that I don't want to be in either of the categories you gave me.
Okay, so then you're in that category then because that's what you care about. You're just being a contrarian.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, usually FI people want to be different. Well, the TI, those TI guys, they want to be like competitive, right? So and then when the TI people like see you guys, the FIs are like confused as hell. They're like, I cannot compute, you know. Because the TI people they're computers inside. So when they see you guys, like the lead FIs, because I did like a panel interview with the FIs and the TIs, and the TIs were like all like looking at the FIs, they're like, what's going on with these guys? You know, like it's like confusing, right? Like you're like for example, for you, you're vibing, right? So the
Yeah.
TI people was like, what? You know?
Yeah. My FI does confuse TI people a lot. I'll just be existing and I'll just randomly start singing and they're like, what's the point? I'm like, for vibes. It's like I'm like their logical brain trying to compute. It's like and then it
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Malfunction, error.
Yeah, you'll see the sparks coming out after you start doing that stuff. Yeah, that might be something fun to do though. All right. So, Jordan, do you have anything that you want to cover? Because you requested this interview, right? So, is there something that you want to talk about yourself about in particular, or did you?
I requested this interview because I wanted to do vibes but with the tribe because I'm play over sleep.
Right,
And now
right.
I'm doing vibes with the tribe.
Sweet. Okay, okay, that sounds good. um, I'm out of questions. I'm like asked you everything already, and I think we're good to go. So we'll just wrap it up here then, I guess. Um,
Okay.
all right. So thanks for coming out, Jordan, and sharing more about yourself and the life of feminine FI and vibing and stuff. It's really interesting.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. Take care.